All right, Shalom. First, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachak double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. Well, there you have it. Okay, as a result, like we said, man, as a result, okay, of this whole New Zealand, this so-called New Zealand shooting, all right, which whether real or fake, which more than likely was fake, but regardless of what it was, and by fake I mean a false flag. All right, regardless of whether real or fake, here's the outcome. Okay, it says New Zealand adopts harsh gun control measures after Christchurch massacre to cheers and jeers in U.S. Okay, and that's the tactics that these higher ups use in order to get what they want. All right, they use people's emotions. They use certain events. All right, false flags, mainly tragic events. All right, to get the people in agreement with whatever agenda that they want to propose. All right, an agenda that people originally wouldn't have been in agreement with. However, due to whatever action or event that they caused to happen, now they're able to sway the people, all right, to be on board with it or to support it, you know. So it says New Zealand has rolled out a ban on military-style semi-automatic and assault rifles following last week's massacre in Christchurch, which saw 50 people killed at two mosques in the worst mass shooting in the country's history. High-capacity magazines used and parts used to convert other weapons into the banned guns are also banned under the new laws, which Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern expects to take effect by April 11th. And that's right here. That's right at the door. It says a buyback scheme will also be put in place for weapons on the banned list. On 15th March, our history changed forever. Now our laws will too. You see? So it's all in favor of what originally they want to take your guns away to begin with. All right, they don't want anybody trying to have any they don't want any people fighting back, so on and so forth, because believe it or not, man, when they put things on lockdown, all right, when these things start hitting America, all right, the daughter of Babylon, because if you notice these attacks and so on and so forth, they're getting worse and worse, all right, as they're getting closer and closer to America. Okay, but nothing is really hitting the U.S. just yet. Yet the U.S. is under a state of a national emergency. You know, so just you wait, man. The worst is to come, and once it hits the U.S., it's gonna be so bad that just like here, that their history has changed forever. Now their laws will too. Guess what, man? Don't be surprised when you hear similar things going on in the U.S. You know, which whatever they plan to do, all right, depending on how bad it is, man, there's gonna be something that's gonna cause mass chaos, okay? And with that, they're gonna need to bring out either new laws or put into effect old laws that have been signed in secret to bring so-called order. Your constitution, you can forget about that. That's out the window, okay? It says Ardern said at a press conference on Thursday, New Zealand follows the example of Australia, which banned all semi-automatic weapons following a 1996 mass shooting in Port Arthur that killed 35 people. The most pronounced reactions came from the Americans, many of whom believe similar laws are soon to be introduced stateside. Whether they want those laws is another matter entirely. Democratic polls praised the move. You see, because here's how these elites work, man. It's called problem reaction solution. You can look it up. All right, they create a problem. All right, and based on the reaction of the people, they bring a so-called solution. Now, if the elites originally, all right, or these higher ups, let's say they want to take the guns away, they can't just come out straight up and say, "Oh yeah, we're creating new laws or putting new laws into effect to take away your guns or take away your semi-automatic or whatever classification they want to put it under," because people are gonna be like, "No, we have a right to the right to bear arms, and you have no reason and no need and no authority to do that." But now okay, in the name of protecting you, in the name of terrorism, in the name of all these different things that they created, all right, that they put into place. Now they have a reason to put these laws into place, okay? So if they can't get what they want, they make a reason. They create a reason to get what they want. And why do you think they always make it so? They always make it so emotional, because when people's emotions get involved, they don't think logically. You know, they don't think, this is very fishy. How every year there's a certain season when these things happen. They don't think about that. They only think about how bad the impact was. You know, whether real or fake, people tend to just believe whatever it is that they see, because what, it's that so-called devastating. You know, so it says this is what real action to stop gun violence looks like. We must follow the New Zealand's lead, take on the NRA, and ban the sale and distribution of assault weapons in the United States. Bernie Sanders. That's crazy. It says Sandy Hook happened 6 years ago, and we can't even get the Senate to hold a vote on universal background checks. Uh, it says Christchurch happened, and within days, New Zealand acted to get weapons of war out of the consumer market. This is what leadership looks like. You see, now when they take away your weapons, all right, and then they turn their weapons on you, I like to see what these people here are going to be saying. Which not that your weapons are going to matter anyway, okay? Because if you don't have the Lord on your side, how about Shem Yahushai on your side, you're done. You're a goner. Okay, Isaiah 33:6 says, "Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times." Okay, it says, while gun control advocates looked westward with envy. It says, USA 6 years after Sandy Hook, thoughts and prayers. New Zealand 6 days after Christchurch, banned semi-automatic assault weapons. Buyback program, pay for all funerals, provide income for harmed. Maori dance, wear solidarity scarf, and thoughts and prayers. They're basically saying the U.S. doesn't do anything when things like this happen. Man, you people are asking for it, man, because well, man, what they're planning for the U.S. If these people knew, if they even had a clue. It says it took New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern 6 days to get a ban on semi-automatic weapons. 6 days. Women get shit done. Man, these comments are funny, man. It says it took New Zealand 6 days to do what we should have done years ago. Our inaction regarding safer guns laws is ignorant and inexcusable. At real Donald Trump, you want respect, you want praise, you want thanks, you want thank yous. Ban assault weapons and institute more rigorous background checks. Don't worry, when they put America under a state of martial law, all right, then you know what I mean. Then you can have it all. Okay, when they give you nationwide curfews, they throw you in FEMA camps, they torture your ass. All right, they feed you in rations if at all. They microchip you. Maybe that's gonna be what these people would like. Okay, because these are, you know, man, it seems as though things are quiet. Yeah, the U.S. isn't doing anything. You know, when all this is, whenever anything happens, they don't do anything. Guess what? Just wait and see what the Lord is gonna put into the mind of these higher ups to do, man. It's gonna, like it says, Isaiah chapter 30 verse 7. Jacob's trouble is gonna be a time like never before. Okay, that's how bad it's gonna get out here, man. It's gonna get bad. Okay. It says Republicans were repulsed. Breaking: New Zealand only allows criminals to have semi-auto rifles. It says, so if you pass this law, the criminals are going to follow it. Then why aren't they following the other 22,000 gun laws on the books? What makes this law so special? So yeah, you have a back and forth, so on and so forth. But I want to see if there's any more. Oh, it says reports of New Zealanders voluntarily turning in their guns came in for particular derision. It says, the cabal thinks if they false flag the U.S. now, we will comply because New Zealand just did. Laughing my ass off. Molon Labe. All right, would you look at that? So here it is, because you have people that are aware All right, that a lot of these things are false flags. Okay, but I mean, they get into this whole cabal and stuff like that. But mainly it's just it's these elites, man. These rich banking families, these Rothschilds, these Rockefellers, which yeah, they do worship Satan, okay, and they do a lot of these as sacrifices, okay. But don't worry, there's gonna be a false flag in the U.S., man. There's gonna be a major false flag that's gonna happen in the U.S. very soon, man. All right. It says many worried that the Christchurch shooting and subsequent crackdowns on guns, on speech, even on watching live stream video of the slaughter are a form of dress rehearsal for a planned U.S. clampdown. That sounds interesting. It says, so good to see the ruling class in New Zealand react to tragedy with a logical, rational, reasoned approach instead of having ISPs block websites, throwing 18-year-olds in jails for sharing a link, banning books, and destroying the gun rights of law-abiding citizens. Oh, man. People who think you shouldn't. Yeah, so there you have it, man. There you have it. But this last quote, this last part here was pretty interesting, man. It's pretty interesting. All right, it says many are worried that the Christchurch shooting and subsequent crackdowns on guns, on speech. All right, here it is. They claim you have free speech, but then they bring something called hate speech. All right, they claim you have the right to bear arms, but then they create false flags to take that away. It says even watching the live stream video of the slaughter, all right, are a form of dress rehearsal for a planned U.S. clampdown. Hey, man, something is gonna happen, man. All right, something is gonna happen, man. Something big is on its way. Okay, and the world is gonna look at what's going on in the U.S. as an astonishment. Okay, because America, the daughter of Babylon, this is where the majority of the judgment is gonna be. All right, this is where the Most High is gonna bring that judgment, man, heavily. Okay, upon this land, man. And when the Most High is done, this land is gonna be a desert. That's how bad it's gonna be. But before that, it's gonna be all hell in this place, man, and nobody's escaping. If you're not part of the Lord's elect, all right, who He's gonna protect, nobody's gonna make it, man. If you're not of the Lord's elect, you're not making it. All right, Shalom.